and especially with what's going on at the moment, can you run us through like what's your day look like? How are you approaching this lockdown?
Um, well, if I run you through like let's say typical day, well, like my training varies just like normal. Like some days I'll have nothing. Like today I'm not doing anything, no training. Whereas yesterday I had like 3 sessions. I had to do gym, I had to do uh, a trainer session, and then straight after that trainer session I had to do like sprints on like the road out front of my apartment. It was like not allowed to go far. So and I tried to do sprints on my turbo, but then um yeah, it wasn't really working. So then yeah, I was speaking to my coach and he was like, all right, just try to go out on the road and then do them. So I literally like 200 meters up and down the street, just doing some like couple of second sprints, which
Does
isn't
it
ideal, but
does it
I mean, it's
work?
better than doing it. Yeah, man, I can still do the sprints. So,
What happens if you try and sprint on the trainer?
well, I tried to do a sprint on the trainer the other day and I think I was broke it. It was like it wasn't moving anymore. So I was like, then after that, I called and I was like, I don't think sprints are going to work on here. And they were seated like big gear sprints as well. So if I was doing like a proper max sprint, I don't know if it would really work. And I like slips and stuff. So it's just hard to replicate like a real sprint. It was like on the road yesterday, I did 1600 watts. I think on the trainer, you go from nothing to 1600 watts. Trainer like shit itself a little bit.
You'll blow up the power grid if you're on a e-race.
Yeah, maybe. I hope I don't have to do any e-races.
You're not a
I'm
fan?
terrible. No, not at all. I'm terrible at like, stuff like that.
Have you
I'm
have you
only
been
good because I can hide and bunch and all that kind of stuff. Whereas in e-race, you can't really hide, can you? I don't know how it works with drafting and everything, but it's easier to draft on the road.
so you haven't been have you been using their e-sport apps, or have you been just doing like old school turbo kind of?
No, I use Zwift like every time I go on the trainer because yeah, it's good to actually kind of see something. But I usually do Zwift and then like watch a TV show or watch some YouTube or something as well, or listen to podcasts, which makes it kind of bearable. My coach's been pretty good with me. Like, he's not making me do too much. I think the most I have to do in a day is 2 hours, and it's usually probably split up between 2 sessions. Let's do like 2 1 hour sessions, or um, maybe like the most in one session is like an hour and a half. Like since Paris Nice, I haven't done more than 2 hours of riding. But there's good news because I think yesterday the French government announced that they're going to let people out, I think on the 11th of May or something. So that means I should be able to go training, which is then like I'm not stressed at all because there's plenty of time to get ready for the races. Like best case scenario, I think my first race will be in the middle of July, and then my targets will stay the same because yeah, I think I still do the Tour de France. I don't know if I'll do the Giro because it's like 10 days between them or something, between the Tour and the Giro. But like as normal, like the main goal of the year will stay the Tour. And if I get out on the bike on 11th of May, then it's almost too much time to prepare. So I'm not stressed at all. And I believe that the countries that have been actually locked inside and can't train outside will have the upper hand on the countries that were able to train outside, because I've seen guys training like full gas still. But usually the season ends in like end of September, really, the start of October, and now it's going to go maybe to the end of November. So yeah, I mean, if you're flying now, then there's not much point because they're not racing for another few months.
So overall, you've been toning it back a little bit, or a lot even.
well, yeah, a lot compared to what I usually do. But in relative terms, like if I was 3 months out from the season start, which basically I am now, I mean, I wouldn't be doing more than what I'm doing now. Probably doing less than what I'm doing now. I probably wouldn't be doing anything. I want to call my coach now and tell him that I want to take the next 2 weeks off and then start training again when I can go out on the road, because I never, like, you never take, I don't know how long is it, 4 months? What are we? April, May, June, July. Yeah, we're 4 months out from the tour. If I keep training, and then I'm actually worried I got too much time to train.